With love, reverence, and gratitude, I offer my prayerful pranams at the divine lotus feet of our dearest, sweetest, loving, and omnipresent Lord Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Swami is all names and all forms. I can relate to you how in our own family, we seen people experiencing Swami in various forms, with various names. My father, he was from beginning a follower of Sri Ramakrishna and Vivekananda. So when he moved to Prashanti, my mother and father used to live in Prashanti. And one time he was attending Swami's divine discourse in Purnachandra, and he looked at Swami. Swami looked all blue complexion. And he was in 60s that time. But he looked around the people in the back, everybody looked normal. Again, he looked at Swami, and Swami looked all blue complexion. This went on a few times, but everything else looks normal. He thought he may have some problem with his eyes. So he didn't know that Swami was giving him vision of Lord Krishna. So next day, Swami comes to him in the verandas and asks him, Reddy, are your eyes okay? So just giving a clue, Swami doesn't outright say what it is. So that he gave him the vision of Lord Krishna. And also, all of you know the wonderful story of Dr. Hesla, how he gave him the vision of Lord Krishna. And my mother, so just she also took initiation from a great saint from the Ramakrishna order, Swami Yatishwarananda. They took the Mantropadesha. She was having a little dilemma. Am I doing the right thing following Swami? So then Swami comes clearly in her vision in the dream. And Sri Ramakrishna she was following. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in a cart and was going there. She was behind following. Suddenly, after a while, she saw instead of Sri Ramakrishna, she sees Swami in that place. Then after that, no more dilemma, no more conflict in her mind. She knows Swami is Sri Ramakrishna. Swami is everything. So that is her experience. And then my wife, Haima, I think she shared that also in front of Swami and also other time, that she was an ardent devotee of Lord Venkateshwara. And also both of us, we went to Venkateshwara Medical College, were the classmates there. And then she was very methodical in regularly walking up the hill on the steps, which I only did once and I could not do anymore. But she used to be very methodically going for many years, walking up the hills and then offer her prayers to Lord Venkateshwara. So that was her habit since childhood and medical school all the way. So once we were married and we became Swami's devotees, I was also Lord Venkateshwara, but my chosen deity was Sathya Sai. So I used to go to Venkateshwara temple, but not that often. But Haima, she was very regular. So once we came to Swami, then I said, Swami is everything. Why to go to any place? So I said, I discouraged her also. Why do you want to go to Venkateshwara temple? But still she had that longing to go there because, but we never had chance. Straight we used to fly to Puttaparthi and go there to Bangalore and go to Puttaparthi and then get back on the flight and come back to USA. So never had enough time to go to the Tirupati and Venkateshwara temple. So one time it so happened that our connecting flight, that time to come, so it was delayed by 2 days. So we had to stay in Chennai. Then as he said, as well, we have 2 days. Instead of that, let us go to Tirupati, to Venkateshwara temple. I said, okay, because anyway, we had no other choice. So we went to the temple and we had a beautiful darshan. And then when she went for the darshan of Balaji, the Lord Venkateshwara, what does she see? She said she had a clear vision of our Swami in the sanctum sanctorum. She saw Swami in the place of the idol of Lord Venkateshwara. After that, no more dilemma, no more confusion. She had no more guilt complex. Oh, I didn't go and see Lord Venkateshwara. It's a similar experience you can see in Loving God. You can read about Professor and Kasturi, he had similar experience, to show that Swami is all names and forms. You can see Swami gave people the vision of Ganesha, vision of Subramanyam, people Jesus, Buddha. Actually, interesting, I can share you one few beautiful instances. One of the Muslim devotee, so he believed Swami's divinity, but he was not too sure because they believe God without form. So he was thinking, is really Allah? He was doubting. He was in darshan line. So he was praying, Swami, please show me a sign you are same as Allah. Then when Swami was going in the darshan, just he was going in front of him. For a while, he didn't see anything, no form, completely disappeared. Swami's form was not visible at all. Then in his heart about everybody else could see the form, but for him, for a while, Swami made almost disappear, so he could not even see. Then he had a conviction, Swami is Allah. And also you might have heard the story of Swami Abhedananda, who was a wonderful disciple of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Actually, he had a beautiful time with Swami when he went after his guru passed away. Swami blessed him. He was so much overwhelmed with the grace and blessings of Swami. He said, Swami, I will change my name to Swami Charanananda. So just one who loves his divine lotus feet. Swami said, what is your name? Abhedananda. What does Abheda mean? See no difference. Why do you see a difference between me, your guru, and yourself? There is only one thing exists. So then that gave him a insight to the truth. Then when he comes back, he told Professor Kasturi, who has written Satyam Shivam Sundaram, sir, I have an experience. Swami is not just an avatar, because he is the source of all avatars. He is the supreme Parabrahma, the Nirguna Nirakara, attribute, formless, supreme reality from which everything comes. I have that experience because he is an Advaitin. He was with Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, and so Swami gave him that experience that he is attributeless, formless reality from which all avatars come. So that is our Guru and God, because as the scripture, Viveka Chudamani, the great composition of Adi Shankara, says, to be able to come in contact with a great soul, like Ramana Maharshi, Nisargadatta Maharaj, or any great saint, is really a greatest blessing and grace of God. That is the only reason we come. But we are all of us so blessed and fortunate. We have two in one, Guru and God in one. So he shows us the way and he is the goal also. So that is why we should really constantly remind ourselves how blessed and fortunate we are, because he is our eternal companion. He was with us, guiding us, guarding us, and showering his love and blessings on us all the time. I can want to relate to you on many incidents, but I will relate to just one incident which happened about 20 years ago, or maybe even around that, because my parents, who used to live in Prashanti Nilayam, they lived almost there for 14 years. Then Swami finally told them to move to Los Angeles because it is better. We are doctors, they can take care of you guys because you're in old age. First, I was thinking, my God, this is the holy place and Swami is there. Why does he send? But then I realized how Swami blessed us. He gave us the opportunity to serve the parents. Swami said, as parents, pay the rent, take care of them. So that is the greatest blessings of the Lord when you have the opportunity to serve your parents. So we were very blessed and fortunate. So my father was retired, and they were in their, when they said 90s, they were close to 80. So my father and mother, they are very sincere spiritual seekers. So one time, my father, one thing is whatever he takes very, very seriously. So somebody told him, hey, because go on a low salt diet. Salt is bad for health. I know excess is bad. Go on a low salt diet. So he was on a very strict low salt diet. So we didn't know the whole details before that. So one day in the morning, he had severe seizures, convulsions. We were all worried. Right away, we called the paramedics. The ambulance came right away within 2 minutes, and we took him to the hospital. And so he was hospitalized. And I have many doctor friends, and I was practicing in the same hospital. So, and they said at this age, if somebody has convulsion seizures, that is usually due to either a brain tumor or a major stroke. So we were really sad and concerned. And then meanwhile, I faxed a letter to Swami about the condition. Swami, please help. And this is when Swami was in his physical form. And then my mother went to the puja room, and she was praying hard and holding on to Swami's feet. So once we did all the tests, we did the MRI, brain scan. I thought there will be something showing up. Nothing, everything was normal. We were happy. Then we did the blood test. The blood sodium was so low. They were wondering how could he even be around. So people who are doctors who are, I think, it was almost 105 or 110. So then he was given intravenous saline, that is salt, and within 24 hours, he was back to normal. So he was soon discharged and came home. We were all very happy. So then few weeks later, our usual trip to Prashantini, we went there. And then we expressed gratitude to Swami for saving my father from the major crisis. Swami said, what can I do? Your mother was intensely praying and she was holding my feet so tightly. I have no choice, but I have to take care. So this shows his omnipresence. So even though you are in a Los Angeles area, in your puja room, holding onto the feet, he knows. So he's showing that there's only one God that is omnipresent. He is omnipresent. And also, he always listens to our sincere prayers. So if you pray sincerely and intensely, he hears. So that is the wonderful experience that, like that, Swami saved us in many, many situations. But he not only saved then, he continues to guide us now, and he will do that forever. So that is my favorite way I call Sathya Sai, the eternal companion. Was with us, is with us, and we will be ever with us because he is eternal and his message is eternal. Eternal companion with his eternal message. And this happens, Swami in April 2011, he was in the hospital, admitted. So this is all a divine drama. We don't know why. And we had to go there every few days. I had to travel from here to USA to Prashantini. And I had the blessed opportunity even to serve Swami to be able to help in his medical condition. And anyway, Swami is the physician par excellence. He doesn't need any doctor, but for blessing the devotees, he gave opportunity to many doctors to take care of his body. One thing I want to tell you, that time Swami, in a literal sense, in a physical sense, there will be a lot of pain. So tubes everywhere, doing this test. But one of the doctors asked through one of the attendants of Swami, because whether he needs a pain medication. Shall we give pain medication? Swami said, tell them that I am in Ananda, I'm in bliss. No human being, brothers and sisters, as a doctor, I say so many people, you cannot tell I'm in bliss when your body is in so much misery, because that means he is the one beyond the body consciousness. So we were attending, and finally, as you know, Swami left on April 24, 2011. And as we said, that is the coincidence of both Orthodox Easter and Catholic Easter. So then after the Swami left the body, they had this regular services and they were arranged for the Samadhi and one Samadhi construction, but till that time we were there. So then finally the days after the function is over and they have I had the opportunity to even give a talk there in the Prashanti Nilayam. Then we had to come back because I was behind in my patient, taking care of the patients and a lot of wait list, and because few weeks I could not attend to my practice. So we were ready to come back, and the taxi was ready. And then I go back and I saluted Swami with a sad heart, because Swami, I'm leaving. In the old days, whenever I leave, that day I go to Swami, take his path namaskar, he blesses me, gives me vibhuti. When are you coming back? The routine, just coming back. That time it didn't happen. I was sad that this time I had to do the namaskar to Samadhi, not to Swami, and have his physical blessings and words with him. So I came back and with a heavy heart, ready to leave. And then as soon as we were about to go in a couple of hours, I had intense pain in my back and abdomen. It was so miserable. I said, I won't leave. I never had that kind of pain. And I said, I would never like to have that kind of experience again. And being a physician, you think of the worst, that I may be having an acute heart attack, or I may be having a hemorrhagic pancreatitis. That is a very serious condition where you will get so much pain, you can't bear it. Or I may be having dissecting aneurysm. The aneurysm, the artery will be. So these are the things which cause acute pain. Being a physician, I thought about this various differential diagnosis. So I could not sit, I could not lie down or stand. It was one of the most miserable conditions. Very severe pain. Then I was in pain, but Swami's grace, I had no fear. There is one thing that Swami says, why fear when I'm here? That is a wonderful feeling. So I had a peaceful feeling, even though physically I was intense pain. And I thought I was going to die. And I thought, yeah, so this is the time to die. What is the point of living when Swami is gone? That is a thought I had. Because few years prior to that, when I was going with Swami in the car, Swami said chit-chat, something like a father and son, he will have talking about various matters. Then Swami asked finally, what else? Then I said, Swami, I have only one prayer. What? When you leave the body, I also want to leave the body. Swami became stern. He got, and like a loving mother, he slapped on my cheek and said, never talk like that. You have a lot of work to do, and so never say like this, I know what you have to do. Then I thought, maybe Swami changed his mind. He says, maybe he answering my prayers so that I could leave now. So that thought came to me. And then the pain slowly subsided by prayers. So by morning, it was reasonably okay for me to handle. So then I went to the hospital for a checkup. When I had the checkup, the usual tests were done, and I had the ultrasound of the gallbladder, which showed the gallbladder was inflamed with lots of stones. Under the blood test, my liver enzymes were very, very high. Normally is up to 30 or 40. It was 300 to 400, so 10 times as much. So obviously, this is condition called acute cholecystitis, acute gallbladder condition. And usually doctors recommend surgery for that. So they said it is better to have surgery. I said, I just listened. I didn't say I want to have surgery. And I said, I'll look into that. So anyway, I prayed to Swami, please take care of that. So meanwhile, the pain is gone. So I said, why should I have surgery? As Swami says, doctors are bad patients. So I didn't have surgery. And my family full of doctors, wife doctor, and daughters doctors, and son-in-laws doctors. Everybody said, oh, no, it's better have. But I said, no, we'll think about it. So, because the pain is gone. And then, as you know, particularly the travel from India to Los Angeles is almost 24 hours. So the long flights. So everybody was concerned. I was also a little bit concerned, but I said, Swami will take care. By his grace, no more pain. Till I landed. Even after I landed, I went back to my usual practice and I was doing well. The pain never came back. Then a couple of my doctor friends, after a couple of weeks, said, it is better at least have a checkup, because you already know that your stones, your liver enzymes were very abnormal. Okay, this is not a bad idea. I went and had a checkup, and I had my ultrasound of the gallbladder, no more stones. And I had a blood test, the enzymes were completely normal. So I said, see, Swami is the surgeon general, so surgeon, the great surgeon. So without surgery, it removed my gallstones. So this is after Maha Samadhi, how he continues to take care, even a very little thing. Let me tell you, this is a major health crisis he avoided. But even simple desires, Swami takes care. I will tell you one instance when we were going for the various pre-world conferences, public meetings. So this happened in Dominican Republic. So that time they had a big meeting, Sai meeting in Dominican Republic. So we were all there, a lot of Sai leaders were there, thousands of devotees were there. So they had wonderful, as always, Sai events, you have good, nice dinners, nice food. So after that, they had a very nice dinner with many dishes. So we enjoyed it. But one thing, they didn't have dessert. So I have the weakness for dessert. So I said, my God, I would think they had no sweet, but I didn't want to hurt them. So Leonardo Gutter was next to me, and then we were going back to our room. I said, Leonardo, everything was good, but why they didn't have a dessert? I said. He said, hey, don't say that, they will feel hurt if they realize that. Then we were about to go to our room. Then the lady comes, Leonardo, Dr. Reddy, can I disturb you for a minute? I said, what? Okay. She bought a nice cake. Oh, if you don't mind, can you take, Swami said, almost felt like he wanted me to give it to you guys. I said, okay, good. Thank you very much. And then I told Leonardo, see, even just casual thought comes to you, how Swami fulfills. This is in 2015, just 4 hours after Swami left body. There are many, many instances, not only for me. There are many devotees, how he takes care. So that is his love and compassion for all. So then what is our duty? He takes care of all of us. These are all what we call his chamatkars, his miracles. So, but Swami says miracles are his visiting cards. And in his divine mission, Swami says they are like a mosquitoes and an elephant. Sometimes, most of the time, we all love the miracles, but sometimes we get carried away. Oh, the Vibhuti coming, Kumkum coming, Amrit comes, or this miracle happened. Yeah, sure, we all enjoy the miracle, but that is only the beginning. Swami says, as he himself said, they are just like the visiting cards. They are just like mosquitoes and his huge elephant in the divine mission. Then what is the purpose of miracle? Swami himself gave the answer. There are 4 steps. First is chamatkar, he calls, that's miracle. Then it should lead to samskar, transformation of the heart. That should lead to paropkar, that means service. And finally end in sakshatkar, self-realization. That is the purpose. I know we all come to God to fulfill our desires, or take away our afflictions, sorrows. That is also bhakti. That is why Lord Krishna said there are 4 types of devotees have had. Artha, Artharthi, Jijnasu, Jnani. That is people who go when they have troubles, health problems, financial problems, family problems. That is one kind. And some people go for some success in business, getting a promotion job. That is another kind of devotees. And there are some people who go as a curious, jijnasu. But really the one is, jnani is the real bhakta. That is ultimately he wants us to go there. Don't get stuck always, I want this, I don't want this. That is not the thing. Love for love's sake, that is where we should end. Then we will always be in bliss. Otherwise, some problem comes, he will take care. Then something else will come. That is the nature of the world is, there will be some problem. That, as Lord Krishna says, anityam asukham lokam. This world is temporary and a lot of pain. So there is a nature of the world. There is nothing. So, but instead of taking care of one problem, there will be something else. So we should pray to God for atyantika dukkha nivruti. That means cessation of suffering once for all. There is no more, always you are in bliss. Having attained which state, There is nothing more to attain. You're always happy. That is the state of a Paramahamsa or a great master. They're always happy. They're always in bliss. There is a state called Adishankara, Nandati, Nandat, Nandatyava. They will be always dancing in joy and bliss. That is the stage you have to do. So first from the Chamatkar, you should go to Samskar, transformation. What does transformation mean? Swami made it very simple. Get rid of your negative qualities. And repeatedly Swami says, the 6 inner enemies. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. That is desire, anger, greed, attachment, jealousy, pride. So all these negative qualities you should get rid of. You may think, my God, so many things, so many enemies, it looks very hard. It is very easy. So the enemies may be 6, but there are only 5 things you need. What are those? 5 fundamental human values. That is Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. Truth, right conduct, peace, love, and non-violence. And you don't need even to remember all the 5. Swami says, just love. Because love is the way. Swami says, if you have love, you have everything else. Like you have 1, any number of zeros have value. If you don't take away that 1, zeros are zeros. Similarly, if you have love, you have everything else. That is why Jesus said, seek ye the kingdom of God. Everything shall be added unto you. So just if we have love, you have everything else. Then what is this love? It is not even, Swami made it very simple. Love is giving and forgiving, giving and forgiving. So give unconditionally with pure love and forgiving anybody for their trespasses or their calumnies, slander, whatever they do, you just forgive. As Jesus said, forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do. So that is kind of forgiveness this great master showed. And what is self? Is getting and forget. They get things, they steal from you, and they forget the no gratitude for what you have. So real love is selflessness, self is lovelessness. That's what the transformation he wants. But we think we get rid of these negative qualities. That is not that easy. We need to constant practice, abhyasa, constantly practice. Swami told a beautiful story to illustrate that. A guest turning as a pest. I'll make it a brief. It's a long story. So there was a very wonderful couple who are very known for their generosity. They always were nice to guests, entertain. So some people used to take advantage of that. So one time one guest said, he said, come please, can I stay there for a few days? So 3-4 days, they treated him royally. They gave him 3 meals a day in between snacks, and they entertained him so well. So he felt very comfortable, very happy. He said, very happy. Instead of 3 days, he extended it to 1 week. God, they said, this guy said 3 days, they extended. So the couple said, so 3 meals is too much. So they cut down to 2, we eat only 2 meals. They cut it down. Then I thought this guy will leave. Then he was comfortable with the 2 meals. Then still he was extending another week. Then they said, they cut down to only 1 meal. So yogis eat only 1 meal, so we also eat 1. But this guy doesn't even leave after that. He still extended for more than a month. Then they didn't know what to do. What shall we do? So we should act as make him very uncomfortable. So both husband and wife start fighting. So they just yell each other, fight and this. And so it looks like a very terrible scene there. So this guy this guest looks worried, scared, and he packed his things and he left. My God, they were relieved. Finally, this guy is gone. Our drama worked very well. They were happy and mutually appreciating each other. They said, okay, his wife said to husband, you acted very well. He patted her back. No, you acted better than me. Both of them were appreciating each other very well. They were happy that their drama helped and succeeded. Meanwhile, they go there. There was a knock on the door. They open the door. Who? The guest came back. They said, I acted better than both of you, because he thought he left and he came back. So similarly, Swami says all these negative qualities, desire, anger, jealousy, pride, attachment, all these things looks like as if they left you, but at any moment they can sprout. So always ABC, always be careful and monitor what is happening. So this is samskara. That is why you need to watch your mind, where it is going, constantly get engaged in divine thoughts. That is very important, this transformation. So once, because the whole secret is this purity of the heart, once we get rid of the negative qualities, then we are enlightened. Because what Swami said, purity is enlightenment. And that is what, because today is Easter, worthwhile remembering Jesus' words, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Just you will be able to see God face to face when we are completely pure. And then next stage comes paropakar, service to others. So we all are engaged in service activities. Yesterday we had a nice event. Actually, even this morning they had rebroadcast, where showed various wonderful service activities done by our Sai devotees all over the world, whether it is providing food or shelter, water, and clothing, or medicines, education. So wonderful service. That is, Swami says, service is the easiest way to get rid of our ego. Chittasya shuddhaye karmana. The best purpose of the service is purification of the heart. That helps us so much go towards the goal. So that is why it's very important. Swami says, hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray. That is why service to man is service to God. Swami said in many ways, Grama Seva is Rama Seva. Serving in the villages is equal to serving the Lord. So that's why this service is emphasized. But the highest service, do you know what Swami says? Analyze. Para upakara. We always, para means other people. Upakara means serve. That is what. But Swami gave a higher meaning. Para means God. Upa means close. Anything which takes you closer to God, that is all service. We not necessarily only giving those things, that is service. But real highest is, sometimes you may be giving these things with an attitude, oh, I'm giving to somebody. Then you are going away from God. You need to do with reverence, humility, and you should give it sense that you are serving God himself. Then that takes you closer to God. That is there is a lot Swami talked about service, so we don't need to, but that is the thing which is important. So it take us, the transformation should take us how we can serve others. It could be just a friendly gesture, it could be a kind word, and ultimately talking about God and his Leelas, that itself is a great service. As I said, Sage Shuka talked about Leelas of Lord Krishna to Parikshit, and it got him liberated. So that is what, even you talk about God, that is a great service. It makes joys to people. And finally is Sakshatkar. We all want, the purpose of human life, Swami told us, is to realize our true nature, that we are divine, that we are the embodiments of love. But what do we have to do? We have to do nothing. That is what Shirdi Baba beautifully said in one of those explaining the shlokas in chapter 4, shloka 34, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashna. It's a long discussion where he says, Guru doesn't come and give you jnana, just he removes you ajnana. So just all this, like sun is there, it always shines. The clouds are gone, sun shines. Similarly, what all our spiritual practices is taking away this negativity, because so that we remind ourselves who we are. That is why the beautiful bhajan, remind me, my Lord, remind me who I am. That is the purpose. And then we know we are that already, but we forgot. We forgot our reality, and the Guru comes and reminds us by removing all this negativity and ignorance. That is what our Lord does. So actually, Swami said that also a beautiful story. I will conclude with that. The story of the lion and the cub and the sheep. So there is a lion, it was a lioness. She gave birth to a baby cub, and it was old and sick, she died. So meanwhile, a shepherd, he found this baby lion. So he took the baby lion, and he brought it up along with the other sheep. It grew up among them, eating grass, bleating like sheep. Everything was going on. As it was growing up, after a while, so it became baby lion. So another time, the lion, there was a passing by, they saw this unusual scene. A lion among the sheep, because this baby lion didn't know. So she was surprised. So she went to catch that baby lion. And along with the sheep, this baby lion also started running away, because it is among the sheep. So along with this brother and sheep, so this lion, baby lion, forgot who he was, so it was running away. Then finally the big lion got hold of this baby lion, got it. The baby lion was scared. Then the big lion takes to the nearby lake and shows the reflection. See yourself, you and I are one. So I am lion, you are also a lion. So don't bleat like sheep, roar like a lion. She showed how to roar like a lion. So similarly, this is a famous thing for Swami Vivekananda, says, roar like a lion. That's why the spiritual magazine he introduced is called Vedanta Kesari. Kesari means lion. Vedanta, so let's roar like a lion of Vedanta. That means assert your Godhead. Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. I am Atman. So roar like a lion, asserting your Godhead. That Swami says, so you and I are one. So that is the ultimate Sakshatkar, where we realize that Sai and I are one. So that is the important. In this case, I can tell you another incident. I was, as I said, I was a devotee of Shirdi Baba from childhood. So when I came to Swami, I know Swami is Shirdi Sai, but still I have that fond attachment, Shirdi Sai. So I used to, in the worship, first offer flowers to Shirdi Sai, then to our Swami. Then I told this to Swami. Swami, I do this, forgive me if I'm doing a mistake. So Swami said, no, you can do that. There's nothing wrong in that. So, but if you want, you can put on your own head. That is also okay. I thought Swami is teasing me and making fun of me. Then after contemplation, I realized that is the ultimate truth. We are divine. You can put flowers. Actually, Sri Ramakrishna, in his God intoxicated state, when he was a priest, he used to put not only flowers on Mother Kali and himself. People think he's a madman because he saw himself as divine. That is the ultimate sting. Another time I was going with Swami in the car. You know, when Swami is going in the car in Prashant Nilayam, people, I don't know, lined up along the streets. They throw the flowers on Swami's car. And one lady, elderly, and she was fragile and feeble. So she tries to throw the flowers. It fell on herself instead of on the car. I didn't watch carefully. Swami said, Narendra, did you see that? I said, yes, Swami. See, that lady wanted to throw flowers on Swami's car, but it fell on herself. Without knowing, she did the right thing. She is divine. So it doesn't, not just this me and this car, but she is divine. So ultimately, Swami wants us to realize we are divine. That is the whole thing. All these experiences, whether it's we go through miracles, chamatkar, and how it transforms our life, we get more peaceful and happy, and we try to make others happy by service. And final goal is to realize we are the divinity. So I pray to Swami to bless all of us so that we get self-realization, or we realize we are the embodiments of love, Atma, in this very lifetime. Thank you for the opportunity. I thank Swami, all of you, for the opportunity to share his love and message with you. Jai Sai Ram.